Hello everyone, myself Sagar Gunani from Elite Careers and this video lecture is on mensuration part 2. So let's start with few problems related to it. Question number 7. The slant height of the conical mountain is 2.5 km and the area of base is 1.54 km square. Find the height of the mountain. Now mountain is similar to that of the conical shape. We need to find out the height of the mountain over here. So this is the height of the mountain. Slant height of this conical mountain is 2.5 km. So this slant height is 2.5 km and area of the base is 1.5 km square. Now from this area of the base is a circular area, so pi r square is equal to what? 1.54 km square. From this equation we can find out the value of radius. So you will get the radius r over here. So let's say that this is the radius r and this is the slant height, and if you see this carefully, then this height, radius and the slant height makes a right angle triangle. So in the right angle triangle we will use the Pythagoras theorem, that is h square plus r square is equal to 2.5 square. We can get the radius from this given equation. So radius we know and slant height we will also know. So from the Pythagoras theorem we can find out the value of h. So pi r square is equal to 1.54 and radius is equal to 0.7 km from equating this equation. Now slant height is 2.5 km. So we have slant height, radius r value, slant height value. So from the Pythagoras theorem we can find out the value of h. So L square is equal to r square plus h square, and from this Pythagoras theorem the value of h is equal to 22.4 km. Sorry, it is equal to 2.4 km. So the height of the mountain over here turns out to be 2.4 km. Next, question number 8. The material of the cone is converted into the shape of a cylinder of equal radius. If the height of the cylinder is 5 cm, find the height of the cone. Now cone is converted into the shape of the cylinder. So the volume of the cone will be equal to volume of the cylinder, because this cylinder is made from this cone. So we need to equate the volume. Volume of the cone is 1/3 pi r square h and volume of the cylinder is pi r square h. Let's say that the height of the cylinder is h and the height of the cone is h and the height of the cylinder is s. So 1/3 pi r square h is equal to pi r square s. Now height of the cylinder is 5 cm, so s is equal to 5 cm. We need to find out the height of the cone. So 1/3 pi r square is equal to pi r square into s. So s is 5 cm. From this equation pi r square will get cancelled. So s is equal to h by 3 and therefore h will be equal to 3 times s, and so h is equal to 15 cm. Next problem, question number 9. The right angle triangle having base of 12 meter and height equal to 16 meter is turned around the height. Find the volume of the cone thus formed and also find the surface area. Now in the case this is a right angle triangle. In the right angle triangle the base is of 12 meter. So the base is of 12 meter and the height is of 16 meter. This right angle triangle is rotated. It is rotated along this height. So when it is rotated along this height, you will get a cone. So when this triangle is rotated, you will see one triangle over here. So when this triangle is rotated by 360 degree, you will get a cone. Now we need to find out the volume of the cone and surface area. Now volume of the cone is what? 1/3 pi r square h. So in the cone, this base length will be equal to the radius of the cone. So radius of the cone is 12. Height of the cone will be equal to 16. So 1/3 pi r square h, we can find out the volume. Also surface area is what? Total surface area is pi r square, that is the area of the circle, plus pi into r into slant length. Now slant length can be formed from the Pythagoras theorem. and this is the slant length. So L square is equal to 16 square plus 12 square. We can find out the slant length. Once the slant length is known, we know the radius equal to 12. So from this formula, we can find out the total surface area. So in this question, height is 16 meter, radius is 12 meter, volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h, and surface area is pi r square plus pi r l. Length will be equal to under root 16 square plus 12 square, and which is equal to 20 meter. So once length is known, you can substitute it into the formula and can find the volume and total surface area. Next problem, question 10. For a sphere of radius 10 cm, what is the percentage of numerical value of its volume to the numerical value of its surface area? So we have a sphere of 10 cm. The volume of the sphere is what? 4 by 3 pi r cube. R is 10 cm, so volume will be 4 by 3 pi into 10 cube. Surface area of the sphere is 4 pi r square. Now the required percentage of value of volume to the surface area is 4 pi r square upon 4 by 3 pi r cube into 100, and that is equal to 30%. Next question. The right pyramid is on the regular hexagonal base. Each side of the base is 10 meter and height is 60 meter. Then find the volume of pyramid. Pyramid having base of regular hexagon. Hexagon is a polygon which is having 6 sides, and this all 6 sides are equal. Base length is given as 10, so all the 6 sides is equal to 10. Now in a hexagon, if we join these two corners over here like this, you will get equilateral triangles. And if you see these equilateral triangles, you can say that there are total 6 equilateral triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are total 6 equilateral triangle over here in case of the hexagonal base. Now this hexagonal base is converted into right pyramid. So in a pyramid there is one apex point, and with this apex point all these corner points are joined. So once you join all the corner points, you will get a regular right pyramid. So this is a regular right pyramid. In which the base length is 10 and the height is 60 meter. So volume is equal to what? Area of the base into height. So height is 60 meter. We need to find out the area of the base. Once it is done, we can multiply area and height. So let us proceed further. Area of the hexagon is area of the 6 equilateral triangle. So the equilateral triangle formula is root 3 by 4 a square. Now a over here is 10 meter. A is what? The side length of equilateral triangle. In hexagon there are total 6 equilateral triangle. As there are total 6 equilateral triangle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and each side is of 10 meter, then area of one equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a square. So there are total 6 equilateral triangle. So it will be converted into 3 times root 3 by 2 into a square, which is equal to 10 square. So this is the area of hexagonal base. Now area of hexagonal base is 150 root 3 meter square, and volume of pyramid will be equal to area into height. So area into height is equal to what? This is the area into height. Now pyramid is similar to the conical shape. So in conical shape you have to divide 1 by 3 into area into height. So in 1 by 3 area into height, the volume will be equal to 3000 meter cube. Now in this question I want to tell you the difference between pyramid and the prism. So pyramid looks like this. Let's say that this is an hexagon, and in the hexagon if there is an apex point which joins with the all in a hexagon there is an apex point which joins with the all corner points. So this is a pyramid over here, as you can see in the figure. For a prism there is an hexagon at the bottom and there is an hexagon at the top. Now these hexagonal points are joined together So once these hexagonal points are joined together, you will get a prism. So this is a prism which is similar to the cylinder in which top and bottom surface are equal, and this is similar to the conical shape in which bottom there is a hexagon and at the top there is an apex point. So you need to remember the volume of pyramid. So for a pyramid, it is volume is 1/3 of area into height. Next problem, question number 12. The length of each side of a rectangular tetrahedron is 1 centimeter. Find its volume. Tetrahedron is a type of pyramid in which base is triangle. So if base is triangle, there is one triangle at the bottom and there is an apex point. Now if we join this apex point with this corner points, you will get a tetrahedron. So tetrahedron will look like this. Fine. So this is a tetrahedron. We need to find out volume of tetrahedron. For this, there is a direct formula: a square by 6 into root 2. A over here is the side length, and for tetrahedron all the side lengths are same. So if this is A, this will be A and this will be A, and if we join this corner point, then this will also be A, this length will also be A, and this length will also be A. So we have volume equal to A square by 6 root 2. A will be equal to 1 centimeter. So 1 by 6 root 2. We can remove this root from the denominator by multiplying and dividing it with root 2. So finally you will get root 2 by 12 cubic centimeter. And so cu centimeter is nothing but centimeter cube. Question 13. The volume of rectangular block of stone is 10368 dimension cube if the dimensions are in ratio 3:2:1, and if the entire surface is polished at 2 paisa per dimension square, then what is the total cost? So in this question, there is a rectangular block. So this is a rectangular block whose volume is given, and if the dimension are in ratio 3:2:1 and the entire surface area is polished, the surface is polished. So for a rectangular block, there are total 6 surfaces, 1, 2 and 3, and these 3 surfaces are repeated 2 times, and these 6 faces has to be polished, and the cost for the polishing is 2 paisa per dimension square. Then we need to find out what is the total cost. In this case, the dimensions are in ratio 3:2:1. So dimension will be 3x, 2x and x respectively. Volume is what? Volume is the L square plus W square. Sorry, the volume of the rectangular block is L into W into H. So we have L as 3x, W as 2x and H as x. So 3x into 2x into x is equal to 10368. So from this formula we can find out the value of x. Here it will be x cube. So x cube is equal to 10368 upon 6. So if we solve for the x cube, you will get the answer as x is equal to 12 dimension. Now surface area of the rectangular block is 2 times LH plus BH plus LB. Now we have length, width and height as given as 3x, 2x and x. X we know, so from this we can find out the surface area. So surface area is 3168 dimension square. Now cost of polishing is 2 paisa per dimension square. So if it is 2 paisa for 1 dimension square, then for 3168 dimension square, what is the cost? So simply we will cross multiply. So you will get the answer as 2 into 3168 upon 100, and that will be equal to 63.36 rupees. Now let's move to the next problem. Water is flowing at a rate of 5 km per hour through a cylindrical pipe of diameter 14 cm into a rectangular tank which is 50 meter long and 44 meter wide. Determine the time in which the level of water in the tank will be rise by 7 cm. Now in this case we have a cylindrical pipe and water is flowing through this cylindrical pipe. rate of flow of water is 5 km per hour. Water from this pipe will fill up the tank. So let's say that this is a tank over here which is getting filled from this cylindrical pipe. The dimensions of the tank is given as 50 meter long and 44 meter wide. Determine the time in which the level of water in the tank will rise by 7 centimeter. So as water will flow from the cylindrical pipe, it will fill up this rectangular tank. Now the height of water inside this rectangular tank is given as 7 centimeter and the dimensions are given as 50 meter long and 44 meter wide. So we can find out the volume of water inside this rectangular tank. And this volume of water inside this rectangular tank is 50 into 44 into 0.07, as all dimensions are in meter, so centimeter is converted into meter as 0.07. So volume of water in the tank is 154 meter cube. Now this volume of water is equivalent to the amount of water which is coming out from this cylindrical pipe. Now the rate at which the water flows is 5 km per hour. So let's say that in 1 hour the amount of water which is coming out from this cylindrical pipe is 5 km. Now this 5 km water in 1 hour is coming out through this circular pipe, cylindrical pipe having cross section as a circle. So from this circle the water is coming out and at a rate of 5 km per hour. So whenever the flow rate is given, then you can find out the volume as pi r square into h, because it is a cylindrical pipe. So pi is 22/7, r square is what? The radius of the cylindrical pipe. Diameter is 14, so radius is 0.7 into 0.7, and the flow rate is given as 5 km per hour. So this h can be found out from the flow rate. Flow rate is 5 km per hour. So in 1 hour the amount of water which is coming out is 5 km. In meter it can be written as 5000 meter. So h over here is 5000 meter. So finally the volume of water which is flowing through the pipe in 1 hour will be pi into r square into 5000. So that is equal to 77 meter cube. In 1 hour the volume of water which is coming out from the cylindrical pipe is 77 meter cube. We can find out how much time it will take to fill up 154 meter cube of water inside the tank. So it will be equal to 154 by 77, and that is equal to 2 hours. Next problem. A metallic sphere of radius 21 cm is dropped into a cylindrical vessel which is partially filled with water. The diameter of vessel is 1.68 meter. If the sphere is completely submerged, find how much is the surface area of water rise. So we have a cylindrical vessel over here. In this cylindrical vessel, it is half filled with water. A metallic sphere of radius 21 cm is dropped inside this cylindrical vessel. So let's say this is a sphere which is dropped inside the cylindrical vessel. As a result, because of this sphere, the volume of water will rise. So as the height of the water will rise, we need to see how much is the surface of water will rise. Means we need to find out the height difference. So let's say that the volume of the sphere will be equivalent to the volume by which the water will rise inside this cylindrical vessel. So we need to equate the volume. Let's say that the height by which the water will increase is delta H, and the volume of water which is raised due to the sphere is pi r square H. Here diameter of the vessel is 1.68 meter. So radius will be equal to half of 1.68, and that is equal to 0.48 meter. This is in meter and it has to be converted into centimeter. So radius will be 84 centimeter. So pi r square into delta H will be equal to the volume of the sphere, because water has risen because of the sphere. So volume of the sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. Radius is 21 centimeter. So that's why we have taken dimensions in centimeter. From this equation we can find out the delta H, and the value of delta H will be equal to 1.75 centimeter. So by this 1.75 centimeter, the water will rise in the cylindrical vessel. So with this problem, I will end the part 2 of mensuration. Thanks for watching.